What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to an all-new ADSR live stream. My name is Taetro. If you don't know me, I'm a electronic music producer, beat maker, content creator, etc. And I'm here every Friday here on this channel, on the ADSR channel, doing all kinds of different stuff, trying out different plugins, trying out different sample packs, sound packs, but at the core of it, always making music here on the channel. Not only am I here on Fridays though, but now I'm here on Wednesdays because we are doing this new thing, the ADSR Production Challenge, where members of our Discord server can partake in a weekly challenge. Last week it was to produce a track with vocals and drums only, and we showcased a few producers from the community, and I tried the challenge myself. And this week we have a particular sample loop that you can download, and we are just asking people to make a track using that loop. So we've got that new production challenge happening on Wednesdays. If you're not in our Discord server yet, there's a link in the description. You can click that and join us because I would love to hear some of your music next week. Of course, the standout producers that we select to be showcased on the stream each get a prize every week too. So it's definitely worth entering. Push yourself to a challenge, be a part of the community. Of course, the community is giving feedback to each other over on Discord anyway. So it's a good time. Discord link is dropping in the chat right now, I believe. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in today. I want to quickly say hello to the friends over on Facebook, Dominic and William. There was some contention over who was first. I can't say who was first, but welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in over on Facebook. And I want to say hello to all my YouTube friends, STK, Chosen Play, Suru, NZ, Photography, Light, and Magic, Miracle Guy, Taylor Deemer, my dad's in the chat. Kyle Gray Young is in the chat. What is good? Kyle Gray Young says, oh, I dropped my iPad. Kyle Gray Young says, hey Taetro, looking forward to your new vocal project. How's it going? It's going well, Kyle, and thank you for those encouraging words. Yes, I did announce a new project under a new name, and I shared that on my Instagram. So if you're curious, type my name into Instagram, Taetro. Go to my story and you can find that new page with the new project because new music is dropping this weekend. It seems so crazy to be dropping a new project, but it's a project with vocals, so it should be fun. Renexalo is here. Hello, nice to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. What are we talking about today? What are we working with? Well, I've got this EQ plugin, MTurboEQ. Now this plugin is originally like $180, I believe. However, for this month, it is the free plugin on ADSR. So with any purchase that you make on ADSR, whether you buy a sound pack, chorus, whatever it may be, you get this plugin free. So that's very exciting. If you were thinking about making a purchase, getting a pack or something like that, or a plugin, it's a good time to do it because you're going to get this EQ for free. Now, this EQ is modeled after some vintage hardware, and it apparently has a warmer sound to it. We can see there's built-in saturator. It's beyond just an EQ is what I'll say, obviously. We have the main EQ controls, of course. We can also do like a dry wet globally. We've got all these presets on the side, saturation, and analog knob, all kinds of fancy stuff. But I think what I'm going to do today is just try to build a track and see if I can find a use for the MTurboEQ on every single track that we put there. Just McGaffrey says, I wish Tokyo was here. I agree. What's up, Fireball? Hi, Geraldo. Nice to see you. What's good, Drummy Geo? Hello. Already have glad. Oh, you already have it, Fireball. That's amazing. Calgary Young says, I remember you singing on the Ableton Live 11 stream to show comping, and I really enjoyed vocals. Thanks. Yes, more to come. I have so many songs. I have a few songs that are pretty much done and a few songs that are very close to done. So it's going to be a constant rollout of new music. But speaking of new music, let me kill the background music and let's make some new music today. What do you say we get into it? Here we go. I'm just looking at my chat, make sure I don't miss anybody. As long as we're here today, if you have questions in the chat, please feel free to drop them. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel with notifications on because I am not the only presenter that goes live here. But how should we start this maybe? I have a couple packs that I got from the ADSR store. So I'm going to try today to work with all sounds and plugins that I got from ADSR store. And maybe we just start with the drum loop just to try out some of the EQ presets. So I have this one by Audio Caviar. It's trap, soul, R&B. I do want to make something a little, not heavier, but something a little harder today. Because we've been doing a lot of lo-fi chill hop lately. I also put up a tutorial today on my own channel that was lo-fi. But I think today, that's a pretty good one. I really like that actually. I think today I want to make something a little harder. I've been listening to the new ITZY album. I don't know if anybody is into ITZY, but those tracks are fire. And I've been kind of inspired by that sort of harder trap pop style. Why don't we just bring this down to 145, which is the tempo of this loop originally. Now, as you can see, I already had the EQ8 on there. I'm just going to get rid of that. I do have the headroom on this. And why don't we go ahead and drop the MTurboEQ on here? And let's just flip through some of these presets, see what we get out of it. I think we could definitely add some saturation and warmth to this drum loop. And maybe I will push the volume a little bit more just for the purposes of the demo here. All right, make sure we're looping this. I'm gonna push the saturation because I really want to hear it. Listen to the crispiness. That's different from most digital EQs or digital saturators that I've heard. Motortown Plus. Let's push the low shelf a little bit. Maybe we push it, what's around 50 hertz? Let's see. I like this. We have peak filters down here as well. Just gonna keep flipping through these just to try them out. William says almost sounds like electro trap. Yeah, kinda. What up, Samuel Messiah? Taetro always uses the best loop banks. Love his selections. But Miracle Guy, I just get them from ADSR. So if you're feeling that, then you gotta check out the ADSR store. Oh. I didn't realize that. I double clicked that. We can enter it in like a calculator. That's cool. So I can push the input, which will give me a really crunchy sound. But let me pull back on that. Crank this analog knob just to hear it. Low pass is off, high pass is off, but we can, adjust that per frequency. It's not just a simple on-off. Also, that's a smart UI thing here. The low pass going from right to left and the high pass going from left to right. That's very smart. Good visual. All right. What are we thinking of some of these sounds? I honestly am not familiar with hardware like this at all. So I do not know what these actual presets represent. I'm sure they represent some type of actual hardware EQ, saturator, something. So I could be using the completely wrong one, but I'm just going to go with what sounds good. I'm going to tweak some of these knobs, do a little before and after. It sounds a little crunchy, no? Of course, we could do a half and half. We could blend the signal. Maybe that saturation is a little too much on there. Shave off some highs if I wanted to, but I'm going to boost the low. William says that you were dropping bars already. This one comes with a resonance, so that's pretty cool. All right, I noticed that the peak filters changed too, and we can change the frequencies for each one of these too, so we can kind of very fine tune. All right, I'm gonna add a little saturation in there. Okay. Samuel, I noticed that you did not call into the call-in show this week. Oh, let me do an A/B test on this drum loop. This is without. This is with. What do you think? It's got analog warmth for sure. Now this sample is a little bit, it's not too crushed, but it is a little bit crunchy already is what I'll say. So why don't we keep rolling with this for now? What I want to do is keep building this track, but I think I want to just grab the top loop version of that. And we'll lay down our own kick and snare. How does that sound? Get this out of here. Put that here and here. And now within my drum section, I'm going to add my own kick. And I'm going to, instead of looking at drum loops, I'm going to look in the shots folder. Oh, that's hat. Give me a kick. Well, these are nice. So I might deviate a bit from the original pattern. Which one do I want, chat? I do want something with a little less verb on it, which that one sounds pretty good. Number 6. Let's build this kick pattern. Working on the timeline. I'm going to bring this loop way down now. Now that we have our kick sample, let's find a quick snare or a clap. I'm not going to do too much with like tops and perks because we've already got a tops loop. Ooh, we could get weird and do that. I like that. That's number 13. Remember that. That one's nice. All right, let's do that. All right, and as we go, I'm just going to duplicate that very basic snare pattern on beat 3 there. Bring it down in the mix a little bit. Hey, Taetro, just curious, why are you using the light theme in Ableton all of a sudden? So I started using the light theme, so talking about this bright skin on Ableton here, because when I filmed my latest session, I was out at the beach, and in bright sun, it's like almost impossible to see my laptop screen. Oh, that was kind of cool though. All right, I don't want to do that for the first hit, but I'm going to do it here. So I was out at the beach, very hard to see the screen. And I used the light theme because it's way easier to see. I could actually see my screen while I was doing my thing out at the beach. But my apartment is also like all windows, and it's very sunny in the apartment, and especially in my living room. So I started using I realized that I could just use the light theme at home as well. And it's very helpful to be able to see my screen during the day. The dark theme is fine, but I just find this is easier. Even though it's like harsher on the eyes, it's easier to see. All right, how do we feel about these drums so far? I really love that little double hit there. Let me just finish this 4-bar pattern here, and then we'll go on. We'll add some synths or something. What loops are those? These are from the Audio Caviar Trap in R&B kit. Should we do like a triplet here or something? Let's get a triplet grid going. Like that. Good, I like that. So what I'm gonna do now is just copy about that much. Paste it in on bar 6. Oh, I still have the triplet grid on. Turn that off for now. Boom, boom, chop. Do a double bounce here. And then we'll put one here. And we'll call it a day on that kick for now. Should we throw MTurbo on there? Just add some saturation or something to it? Because why not? That's what we're here to do. Just to the kick. I can feed more of it into the plugin. which will make that saturation go crazier and hotter. I'm just cranking these knobs just so we can really, yikes, that low shelf. That's so funny. I'm not going to do too much on the saturator here. Cranking that analog knob for sure does a lot. So let's just dial that in. Just that much. That sounds pretty good. I want to A/B test this. Cool. So we add that. It's subtle. Like I said, this is an EQ plugin, right? It's not going to do anything too groundbreaking, but if you're looking for a slightly warmer EQ, it's probably the way to go. What do y'all sick of doing drums? Why don't we move on? I'm going to dive into some Serum presets that I also got from ADSR, and let's see if we can come up with a good synth line. There's a lot of very good packs that emulate kind of modern music. I have this pack that's called Grander by Ghost Project, which has some Ariana Grande inspired sounds in it. I'm going to duplicate the Serum real quick because I might want more later. Let's hear this. Oh, I got my mini lab here today. I didn't even tell you that. But yes, that's what we're working with. Oh, place an 808. You're right. We'll do 808s next. Let me get the overall tonality. Does somebody want to throw out a key signature for me? A key signature, minor, please, minor. And then I will just grab the 808 plugin that I like to use, the Saucy 808. And we'll just have that on deck and ready. Boom, put that there, put the compressor attack up. Pack is getting dropped in the chat as well, so pay attention. Try some shakers or hi-hats as well. Yes, we'll add shakers too. And you know what? I will add shakers with, where is the project? Where is the sound I am looking for? We'll add some shakers with the GM1, the Groove Mate 1. So get ready for that. We've got lots of things on deck here to work with. But first, I want to lay down something cool. D minor. Oh, nice. 2 people typed D minor. Perfect. Let's do that. All right, let me find a good sound though. I need something. I'm just gonna try. Oh, I love that little dip at the end. Bells, what do we have? How about that? Does it even work with our beat though? Let me do a little overhead. What did I just play? I think that works. Let's record that. Just a quick little riff. If I want to swap out the sound, I can, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should this be on the downbeat? Let me ask you this. So that's like on the offbeat, dun, 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 as opposed to what I'm about to play, which is right on the downbeat. You tell me which one is better, because I think my original idea was right on the downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I switched. So what do we think on the downbeat? I know I switched it there like halfway through. Let me try to just do it on the downbeat. I think it's better on the downbeat. Switch cameras. Like that. It's definitely different. as opposed to this over, as opposed to this. Oh. Actually, now that I hear it in context, I like this one better. Well, as long as it's properly quantized. All right, let's add a shaker on top of this. I got the GrooveMate one, which is on sale right now on ADSR. We got all the good stuff. I'm not using this stuff just because it's like, you know, like plug ADSR. I'm using this because it's stuff I actually like using. But also, I want to make sure you all know that you can save some money, especially if this stuff is on sale. Good tools. Let's get this shaker loop going. Easy. What's this busy sound like? What's the fill sound like? Drag the fill in, actually. Yeah, so I'm combining that straight pattern with a fill. Just dragging that MIDI right in. Good, and I'm only gonna have that fill happen once every cycle. It'll happen right there in the middle. Let's get it. We could even add some claps. Let me just duplicate this GrooveMate really quick. I want to see if there's any cool clap patterns because this kind of music is good for using claps. Oh, by the way, the MTurbo is already on this synth. Who could have guessed? What does it sound like if we crank this analog knob on the synth? I'm just pushing this because I want to hear the difference. All right, so this is adding quite a bit of character to the sound, I think. Here's just the dry synth. You hear the brightness and sort of the richness. I just think that takes it from being just, you know, a serum preset to here's your basic serum preset. It's kind of a little bit boxy now that we hear it in conjunction with MTurbo. Now play it with MTurbo. Oh, play. That's pretty transformative. In a good way. Now if I want this to blend even better, what I could do real quick is sidechain it, of course. You know we do that all the time. Sidechain, kick, get this thing pumping. Bring this down in the mix, maybe widen it a little bit. Is it 808 time, my friends? Should we? ADSR, are we giving away a pack today? Let me know. Of course, we're giving MTurbo away to everybody who buys something from the site, but I'm curious. Oh, we're in D minor. This is Saucy 808, also from the ADSR store. It's just been like my go-to for 808s lately because it's just way easier. So, like I said, it's way easier. We got distortion here, which I really like. I use this dark preset a lot, but then I tweak it and add some distortion. Also glide. So right now, play between two notes. We got nothing. Throw up some glide. I love a good 808. Let's try to play something along with this track, though. How do we feel? Oh, I keep my background music for no reason. Let's lay this down. The counselor says, I just joined. That kick is nasty for sure, right? Make sure I get that glide on the first note. We got to overlap the notes a little. All right, I kind of made a mistake there that I actually like. I was flubbing the notes a little bit, but I liked it. It's like here, like I was accidentally playing like an E or something, and it made this weird kind of glitchy thing happen. Duplicate the serum melody and place a telephone phone effect. Okay, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling it. Oh, 15% off coupon for everybody can use, so you can get a discount on sounds and samples. Boom, there you go. 15% off. Use Taetro 0705. That's in the chat, my friends. Take advantage of that. Kind folks. Oh, we're going to give away some audio caviar packs as well. All right, I'll tell you what you need to do, chat, to win those packs. People be sleeping on these streams, my friend. We're always giving away something good. All right, so the suggestion from the chat was to duplicate this and to put like a telephone effect on it. I can do that easily. Should they play at the same time? Good work. Could it work if this was an octave up? And then bring it way down in the mix. Definitely adds a little spooky vibe, right? Okay, I'm having a little too much fun. Let's add another synth. Let's stick in that grander pack for now, and then I'll add maybe a few more little fun percussion hits. Oh, that something like that could definitely work. Oh. Where was that lead that I liked before? Just play with pitch bend a little bit, which I like. This track is kind of loud, right? Maybe it's not too loud for you all. It's a little loud for me. William is spitting bars in the Facebook chat. All right, I gotta play that cleanly, but I think I like the idea. Gotta reattack. Okay, if I can even play this, chat, what is happening? I'm falling apart. Okay, that was a little bit messy, but the second half was fine. I think it's like it's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach, having to do that pitch bend and play a note at the same time. Just the accuracy went way down. Not that I'm making excuses. Let's just get this pattern here. Quantize. Mike Blade says this track sounds sick. Thank you. It's close. It's not quite there yet, and I don't know what's missing. Probably overcompensating on the 808. Our master's in the red, so I'm gonna bring everything down a little bit. I think I was right about things being a bit too loud. And actually hearing it at that low tempo, at that low volume is helpful. Octoator, thank you for the kind words. All right, my friends, we're gonna give away 3 audio caviar packs today. I'm gonna filter all these. We're gonna give away 3 audio caviar packs today. And what I need you all to do in the chat is share your spookiest emoji. Everybody who drops a spooky emoji in the chat is eligible to win these packs. We'll announce winner at the end of the stream. I think overall, I just gonna bring that down. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I'm cool with that. This is that lead. I'm just gonna put M Turbo on everything. Where did you go, M Turbo? Oh, it's already here. I might go into the Serum preset and lower the reverb. Just subtle, a little more subtle. Just throwing that analog knob, because why not? Put that high pass there so we don't get any unwanted lower frequencies. I wonder if it's worth actually duplicating this sound too. I do this a lot. I'll layer sounds and kind of duplicate them. So let's see what we can do. This is a marimba sound, but I'm using almost like a string instrument. What does it sound like on a synth like that? That's fun. All right, I'm going to consolidate this and just play with the octaves. You can do this a lot. Like sometimes it's not about adding a new musical idea. Sometimes it's about how do you layer the musical ideas that you already have with the different sounds. Let me check something. So in the original synth, the pitch bend goes plus or minus 2, but in this other synth, it's going up a whole octave. So I wonder if just matching this will make it sound a little bit closer. So let's set that to 2, and let's set this to minus 2, and this will sound closer. I think that's a little better. It's a little less standing out, you know? Let's group this and we'll sidechain them together. All right, I'm going to get rid of that little glitchy thing that I did in the 808 because it's bothering me now. It's just standing out. It was fun in the moment, but you know. No fun zone. JK. I'll keep the back half of that pattern because it's slightly different. All right, that's better. You guys got some spooky emojis in chat. If you all have not yet, drop the spooky emoji in the chat. Be entered to win packs from Audio Caviar. Robert says, is it only on Twitch? No, we're on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. Samuel Messiah coming in with the Jolly Roger. All right. What should we add next? Let me dive back into that pack, actually, and just see what direction it will go for us. It will lead us in, is what I should say. Oh, it's very interesting. There are some presets in this pack. Fantastic. Why don't I just replace one of these little MIDI tracks with what's going on here? Some of these are lo-fi. We got a respace. We got synth pad. Let's see. Hopefully I have everything installed properly. I do. Oh, so that's convenient. There's presets in this pack. Reverb on these plucks wide and right and then left would be awesome. Yeah. Actually, on that initial synth, I think I need to take out some mids. Let me do that really quick. Let me get a little surgical. Yeah. Hear how heavy that is? All right, this synth pad situation. Not sure if this is gonna work. I think that's a decent layer. It's not supposed to be a bass. But it's working as one, essentially. All right, let's layer this on. Good. I didn't like that F at the end, though. I think I'd rather stick to the script. How about that? It's okay. All right. Reverb, like one note has left and then another has right reverb. Sure. I'm not going to... Yes, I think that's a good idea. I want to keep going and add some more musical ideas. I would do that kind of thing. I do like in a later kind of mixing sound design-ish stage. This is like... get all the ideas out, you know? I'm going to duplicate this whole section so we can do something a little cooler with the drums or something. So now I've just got this kind of reduced thing happening. Oh, I did say I might add some claps. Let's go ahead and try that really quick. Let me see what we have. Claps, standard. What'll this do? Okay, let's try to get a little experimental with these claps. We don't need the delay. All right, I'm cool with that, but let's mix it up with, we got soft and full. Did I already grab the full? Yep. All right, let me grab the busy pattern, and then let me grab the fill pattern. Just grabbing the MIDI straight out of the plugin. So what I want to do is just chop these up and mix them a little bit. Like including this, put that there. I don't want a gap though, so let's fill that in, and now we have a new pattern. All right, and I don't need it to be that busy. So let's repeat this pattern, but instead of doing that whole fill at the end every time, let's do it like that. Now we duplicate that. Okay, I think this will work. All right. We got that going. Let's keep it going. What am I missing here? Let me go back into this pack. I'll let the pack guide me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, there's melodic loops. No, that's not quite what I'm looking for. What's in these construction kits? Anything crazy hidden in here? Sometimes there are. Vocal. See? There's always some cool vocal stems hiding in these. So if I can find one that has a bit of a cleaner... Well, that one doesn't have one. One that has maybe... not a less affected voice, but something like that could work. So I have my sampler here. Let me find different parts of this. Oh, let me arm the track though. So I don't want the whole phrase, is the thing. I could try to just use that note. Now this might sound dumb right now, but I think I can make it work. Or that note. No, that's too much. All right, that will work fine. And if I duplicate it like that, or not duplicate it, but double the length, bring the release up. Maybe I don't need to double the... All right, anyway, let me just put this in context so we can see if it'll work. Tones warp mode, maybe? All right, I'm trying too hard to fit it into the puzzle, you know what I'm saying? So let's just bounce out. I might have to give up on my... see, that could work too, that first note. I'm just worried about them being too short. I could make that work. I think. Add a reverb to it. Scoop lows out. That'll work. Something simple like that. 1, 2, ready, go. Just like that. But it's not sidechained yet, and we definitely need it to be sidechained. We found a vocal sample that worked. That's perfect. Just because it says stems, my friends, doesn't mean you can't throw it in a sampler. Okay, I'm feeling good about that. That felt good. What are these atmospheres? Oh, those are nice. Cool. All right, jumping back out of here. That all works really well. I'm stoked for it. Let's do a couple of quick drops here. So I'm gonna just have everything react to this rhythm, I guess. Let's do a quick clip of this. Let's crop this clip. Let's reverse this. Okay. And what I want to do is just drop certain things. I'm going to use automation to just momentarily drop things. Basically turning tracks on and off as we go through here. Especially the 808 will definitely need to drop off for this whole bar. Maybe we drop the claps as well and drop the shaker just for that bar. All right, so we have that basis of that reverse percussion, but why don't we go ahead and automate something like the pitch or the transposition, and maybe it transposes down over time or up. I think down is better. Like that. So like little momentary things that don't take that much effort to do. But what else is in these drum kits, these drum samples that we have, could we possibly use? Like a perk or something? Because we can... So what I'm thinking is something like that, but we add a ton of reverb to it. Ton of reverb, like I said. Using stock reverb, of course. Throw this on here. But a lot more decay time, a lot more dry wet, high quality. Bring it way down in the mix. Some simple stuff like that. All right, and for this section, I want everything to kind of cut with the kick drum there. So let me show you, where are we? Bop, bop, just like that. All right, so now we're gonna do the same thing, automating the tracks on and off in that second beat. Off, off, but not only that, we're gonna do it in this second beat as well, the second half of that bar. Right there. All right, we're going to do this all the way down the chain. I think I'm doing this right. When we listen to it back, it'll be actually fairly evident if I'm doing it right or not. Yes, I think so. But we will find out in a moment. Just cutting these off, cutting these off. Even if there's not sound there, there might be like reverb or room or something that we're cutting that sound off. That's what we want to do. This is, like I said, directly inspired. Like I've been listening to a lot of the new ITZY record. And they have a moment in their track that it does that. It's really effective. Mike Blades says, what advice would you give to get ideas down so fast for tracks? The more you make music, the faster you can like execute your ideas. And then also it's relying on your instinct and not agonizing over certain ideas. Like you notice I didn't spend hours like picking the right kick or picking the right snare or playing the right synth line. I just kind of went with pretty much the first idea that came. Like I shed the part for what, like a minute, maybe less. And I was like, okay, let's just lay it down. So just lay it down. Even if it's not a perfect idea, you can go back and perfect it later. But getting it down, most of the time, what you'll probably find is that your first idea, your instinctual idea is better than you spending hours trying to quote unquote perfect something when really you're just making it overcomplicated. All right, let's repeat this here. But let's bring that pitch up, tones up, 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 up. A whole octave. But you can trust your instincts a lot more when you're just better trained, right? Like when you have a lot more music under your belt and you can better quickly execute the idea in your head. Now, I'm not going to say I didn't sit here and like have this idea for these melodies or this beat in my head, but I'm pulling from like this encyclopedia in my brain of music that I like, and I'm just finding things within that in my brain and putting them into my own track, you know? All right, in this new section, all right, that's a really cool section. Let me just sidechain the claps. I think I might need to widen the claps as well. Get the low end out. Oh, let me start here though. Also, like this section is way better than this original section. I think the melodies definitely need some work, the original melodies we worked with. And I knew that all going along. I wasn't really feeling those melodies. But I didn't let it stop me, and I didn't just stop making the track or like move on to a new track. I could use the bones of what we made for that first 8-bar loop to make something that's fairly decent here. And you notice that it's fairly decent because there's less going on. I mean, it's as simple as turning some of these tracks on and off, you know? But now let's go back to some of these synths. Can we find a better pattern to go over the top of this? And maybe it's more momentary and less riff-like. So let me just try to record something more momentary. Like I pretty often will just make things that play the whole time, you know, and we don't necessarily have to do that. We've got this simple riff here. Still got to bring this down in the mix. It sounds a lot better. And maybe that's call and response. So what else do we have for synths here? Actually, what does this synth sound like playing that idea? One more down. All right, never mind. All right, let me go here. Lower. I like that kind of riff right there. So let's get that going here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good enough for now. I could follow suit with the automation. Because see, it still has that reverb tail over it. even though it's playing the same rhythm. So automating this will be much more effective, even though the note is not playing, that reverb hanging over. Having this be absolutely silent is great. Ah, but I automated the track off, so why am I still hearing a reverb tail? Well, that's because I'm using the return reverb. Let's turn that off. 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 There we go. Mike says this can be or Miracle Guy says this can be a commercial track for sure. Thank you. We use the EQ on a bunch of different tracks, my friend over in the Facebook chat. We've got it on some of our synths. It's definitely adding character to this synth in particular. Yeah, it's adding character to that synth for sure. It's also on our kick. It's making our kick a lot more robust. On a few of these tracks, actually. All right, play this back. And also, when you're making your tracks, right, like this would essentially be a verse section probably. So I've just duplicated the entire section. So the way I'm going to think about this now is how do I reduce this? How do I make this not so in your face, right? Well, maybe it's we get rid of the automation the first time around. We get rid of these synths the first time around. I'm just going to really reduce it. So you come up with a bunch of ideas. And then pull back from those ideas. Instead of adding and adding and adding, make a version where you take things away. Get it down to like the bare minimum of what it could be. So what could it be? We don't need the synth. We didn't need those drops yet. So this little section here is fine. Now let's add a little bit more variation. I know I have automation on this clip here on the transposition. And if the second time the pitch is going to go down, let's have the first time it goes up. And let's actually cut it off with that perk. Just adding these slight variations can really, really help your track sound a little bit more advanced. And that perk right there, that's very, very distinct, right? So why don't we get a different perk for this moment? Not for the other one. We're still going to keep the automation and all that stuff. But we're going to save that for the next section. Something like that. Why not? Way more subtle, right? So here we go into the next section that's going to add all these synths back. So now suddenly we have a full 16 bars that features basically the same rudimentary material, but progresses, becomes more advanced. I have this cool Max for Live effect that comes in Max for Live that I use a lot. It's called pitch drop. It would be perfect for this moment. So now I'm thinking about the transition from the first 8 bars to the second 8 bars. Here we go, pitch drop. I want it to happen right before the bar 17. And we'll make it happen on beat 4. I do this all the time. So if you've watched me do a tutorial before, you've seen me do this. Yep, so we're just activating it here in this moment. By the way, shout out to the winners of the giveaway today. Check the chat, see if your name is there. Congrats. Good way to start the weekend, am I right? So I'm just pasting this pitch drop thing on every single thing that's playing on beat 4. Right before the next downbeat. And listen to this effect. All right, run this back. We've got the basic version. Oh, I should save this. What's the date today? 05. Yes, so shout out to Shamar Music on YouTube, won the 3 packs from Audio Caviar. And guess what? Everybody's a winner today because MTurboEQ is free with any purchase on ADSR, and there's a 15% off coupon code for anything on the ADSR site in the chat right now. We go back and listen to this one more time without me talking over it. I could sync the 808s and the kick up better for sure. All right, this was a fun beat today. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got here. But yeah, don't forget that MTurboEQ, we used it in a couple different ways on today's track. Rewind if you tuned in late. Vintage EQ emulation, emulating hardware. Free with every purchase on ADSR's website this week. So that's great. Congrats to the winners. All the sounds that I used today are from ADSR, including the 808 plugin, including the Serum presets, all the samples, etc. So if you're looking to spice up your weekend with some new sounds, new inspiration, check out the store. We got that 15% off full priced sound packs with the code in the chat right now. We stream this time Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Brent is showing off how to make some organic wavetables in Serum on Monday. So that's great. And our production challenge will continue next Wednesday. We'll be doing an acid loop. There's an acid loop that you can download in our Discord server and participate in the challenge. So it should be a good time. Join that Discord server. The link is in the description. Had a really great time today with all of you. So thank you all for tuning in. William says, are you going to release this track for remix? I don't know what I'm going to do with this track yet. We'll see. Oops. There we go. All right. That's going to be it, my friends. I appreciate it. This was a fun stream. I really like the beat that we came up with today. If you don't know me, my name is Taetro, or if this is the first time you're seeing me in a video, you can find me on YouTube as well. I've got lots of tutorials and I do live streams on my channel. I'll be live again tomorrow on my own channel. Just copy my name from the title, Taetro, type that into YouTube and follow me. Type that into Instagram, follow me. I just announced my new track that features, I just announced my new project, which is going to be full-on songs with vocals and everything. I did that over on my Instagram, so check my Instagram store if you want to check that out. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Go make some music. I will see you all next week or tomorrow on my channel. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Taetro. Have a good one.